a riot at the dog park studios. It's Live with Johnny. And now, here's Johnny.
Never gonna get old. That's never gonna get old. I'm never gonna get tired of that.
Mainly
because he says my name, and it's the legendary Stephen Wayne. And as you were playing, I gotta ask: can people see my face as that's playing or no?
No.
Oh, because I'm all like, I was like stretching my mouth. I don't know why. Welcome. It's Monday night, April something, 25 possibly, right?
25, yeah.
April 25.
For sure. Confirmed.
Big show tonight, really big show.
Really big show.
The gentleman from the one and only Bridge Cigar Shop will be joining us shortly. And we're going to learn about the Bridge Cigar Shop, which is not just a cigar shop, but a first-class lounge. But we'll save all the particulars for when those gentlemen log on. So we're going to have those guys on tonight. Great show last week. I thought I did a great job. What'd you think?
I thought you did an awesome job.
Thank you. Our big announcement last week, Room 113. The two soulful ladies are going to be on the show May 23rd.
Did we have a date?
Yeah.
We did?
Did we have a date? You don't even pay attention to your own.
Did you say a date?
Shut up. Daddy's talking.
I don't remember a date.
You are a clown. You're the producer of the show, bro.
Yeah, well, the knowing your communication skills, it's no wonder that I don't know.
I am a great communicator. I just forget everything. I can communicate great. It's just that I forget to communicate.
Right.
So
Right. It's fine.
That's that with
You're
that.
You're doing fine.
What?
You're doing fine.
It was a really great show. There's pictures of it now. If you guys saw our post, the Bridge Cigar Shop is really beautiful. And we put a post out there of who your favorite cigar smokers are, like in movies and TV. And before we end our interview with the gentleman from Bridge Cigar Shop, excuse me, my throat's dry tonight. Kirk and I will both be sharing who our top 5 cigar smokers are in TV or movie. And he assures me that him and I did not match at all, except for one obvious one.
Yeah.
So he thinks he went all hipster on me and found some great cigar smoker nobody ever thought about. So we shall say hi, Bob Lana. How are you?
Bob Lana.
Bob Lana's a big fan. He's got a badge, dude. He's like
look at him.
He's got the badge.
Look at him.
The thing with the thing.
Look at the thing.
It's the thing with the thing. Hey, what's the one thing you noticed tonight, there, guy? You haven't said it.
What?
You didn't say anything. You're looking at it, but you didn't say it.
About what? What was I
No
looking?
Live with Johnny sweatshirt tonight.
Didn't you have that on today at work?
I did.
That's why I didn't even say anything.
I'm a working man. They call me the working man.
I guess that's what I am.
It's a great song.
That's a good, solid hoodie.
So anyway, we will be posting again this week about the Room 113. 2 funny stories to get us started before the gentlemen log on. First of all, if you all saw the picture that Kirk posted about the dogs ripping up his house, which during our show because nobody was here to watch the dogs, so the dogs tore apart the place because they had fear of missing out and wanted to know what's going on down here. So they absolutely ransacked and rampaged his house. So I pull up to the house tonight. Oh my God, excuse me.
You are right, dude. Jesus, Christmas.
Coming, Elizabeth. It's the big one.
I'm coming to you.
How cool would that be?
Right on.
Wannabe podcaster dies live on Facebook. Turns out it was all the fluffernutters. I pull in tonight and I see Kirk's son's car, and I walk through the door and I'm like, dude, you got to sit in on the podcast tonight. And he goes, I'm here to watch the dogs. Kirk's wife had to work, so he literally had to hire a babysitter for the dogs so they don't ransack the house. The second one is, ask me how dinner was.
Your dinners always sound good. Before you start, does Amy do most of the cooking, all of the cooking, or do you guys split
Between her and I?
Yeah.
99.7%.
She cooks?
She cooks. Yeah, she's not going to allow me to.
Now, on our show, we were talking about cooking and who does the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you always clean up if she cooks, or does she clean up?
It
was contentious.
I do. I try to be diligent on that. Sometimes I'll forget, and I'm forgetful, and I don't want to talk about this right now.
So she does. Okay, go on.
No. Amy's very, she can multitask. Like, she'll cook and do some of the dishes while she's cooking.
That's what I do.
And then I will try to go and do the rest, to be nice.
That's nice.
But she's just all over everything, and, I try to help out where I can. Funny story, another site that I took the garbage out tonight. No, I didn't. I changed the bag, took the garbage out, walked out the house, and never took it with me. Love you. I love you.
Just let it sit.
Yeah, dude, I'm such a dick. Look at eyeballs. Sorry, baby girl. She's gonna be laughing that I call her baby girl.
Baby girl.
But yeah, I once cooked her breakfast, like a really good breakfast. I cooked, and I think she gave me compliments on it, so I think she did like it. So I cooked her a breakfast once, and then a couple times I do like the pasta sauce and like do the meat, but that's just lazy.
I mean,
lazy
you put an
man's
effort in.
goulash. You know what I mean?
Effort in. That's fine.
But as far as the cooking, she's a look. Just brought it down. I said I love you, but she's a first. Her whole family, her sisters, and her mom, they are all first. Like, dude, there's not a bad meal to be had when these people get. Oh yeah, dude.
That's nice.
It's
that's nice.
After the wedding, and it's her joke. I'm stealing it. She goes, after the wedding, man, I'm just letting it go. I'm with you, baby. We gonna let it go. You're gonna be My 600-Pound Life. We could be. You ever see that show? Did you ever see that show, 1,000-Pound Sisters?
Yeah.
We could be like 1,000-pound husband and wife. That'd be great, right? I'd probably weigh like 650. She'd weigh the rest. But let's let it fly, baby.
Let it fly.
So dinner tonight.
How was dinner tonight?
Dinner was interesting. Some might say it was the bomb. Amy was making like a Thanksgiving dinner tonight, and mashed taters, which
Love.
Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Amy makes the best mashed potatoes you have ever eaten in your entire life. I don't know what she does to them, but holy stupid. Corn and stuffing. And turkey that comes in a bag, like the roaster,
the roaster
thing.
Yeah. Love those.
So
It's starting off good.
No. Hey, listen.
Great.
First thing I said when I walked through the door was, something smells good in here. And she goes, you always say that when I'm cooking. Well, duh, you cook good and I'm fat. Leave a dude alone. So anyway, all the sides are on the table. We're getting ready to eat. And the turkey came out of the pan. And just a quick lapse of judgment in Amy. She put the pan in the cold water that just came out of the stove.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
It made the coolest fucking noise ever. Except it blew up everywhere. There's glass shards all over the floor, all over her shirt. And the turkey was sitting right on the counter next to her, and there was nothing but shards of glass on the turkey. So our dinner tonight was Thanksgiving sans turkey. There was no turkey.
Sides.
Just the sides. Well, we couldn't. Listen, Amy made a funny joke. She goes, shit, after all the shit that should have killed me, ain't no shard of glass going to get me. We're throwing that turkey away. But it was delicious otherwise. But yes, it was a very interesting night for dinner. So we had that going for us. Elon Musk bought Twitter today. It's official. $44 billion.
Not million.
Billion.
Fucking billion.
Dude, and he still has like 300 billion left to do whatever he wants. That's ridiculous amounts of money, man. But it is what it is. And then I got
keep talking.
And we got a breaking news across
billion.
my thing about that. So tonight, our sponsor tonight for the entire show only makes sense. It is the Bridge Cigar Shop of Naugatuck. Will be sponsoring tonight's entire show. And we're going to get to those gentlemen in just a couple of minutes. We see they're logged in, ready to go. Looks like they're live at their shop, so that's going to be interesting. I know we won't see Ken Stone there because he's missing still. But we'll have to try to find him somewhere.
They're smoking.
They are. You tell me when you're ready because I got to jump right into these guys. We'll give them a quick intro before we jump right to them.
Go ahead. Intro good.
So they about a year or two ago, and we'll get the straight story. These are two retired policemen. I don't know what their ranks were, and I apologize for that. Two dudes who we got to thank them for their service, and they did at least 20 years each of service to serve and protect, and then they opened up a cigar shop, and I believe they're still on the job as well. And we'll get all the information from them. But they've got just a beautiful, beautiful spot. And as we do here on Live with Johnny, we love to spotlight local stuff. We've been to Tucks, we've been with the sports teams, we've been to a couple other places, or talked about a couple other places and spotlighted them. And I was on Facebook this past week, and I just saw the beautiful pictures, man. The inside of it, it's first-class lounge.
I love cigar lounges.
But you know what? And I don't want to speak for them because it's not my spot, but I don't think this cigar shop is like any other cigar shop. I think this one's the real deal. And the guys I know that go there have nothing but wonderful things to say about it. So we'll get to them. And are we ready yet?
Yeah, we're ready.
We are ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got to put my headphones in. Hold on.
Yeah, make sure they could.
I always forget so I can hear them.
Tell them to say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Bridge Cigar Shop, Paul Marquette and Chuck Camerata. Gentlemen, how are we tonight?
Good. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Absolutely. Boy, you got beautiful voices, too. Two handsome men who talk nice. Gee, say something good.
Can we swear on this or no?
You can say whatever the fuck you want, to be honest with you.
I just wanted to know if we could say whatever the fuck we want. So.
Yeah, I edit it for my church group, so we'll go through that later. First, before we get into it, you're both smoking cigars. What are we smoking?
I'm smoking a Padron. It's one of the top cigars every year. Very good. It's a little medium. It's a little dark. I like it. I'm spoiled now. I try everything that comes in, and I don't like the cheap things anymore. So I got to go right to the expensive stuff.
So it's not a Miller Lite; it's an IPA.
Exactly.
There you go.
I got a same thing. Romeo and Julieta, 1875.
Beautiful.
We can't smoke the cheap stuff. Well, I shouldn't say that. We could still smoke the cheap stuff. We choose not to smoke the cheap stuff. We're going to go down. We're going to go down big. So.
If it's going to get you, let it get you good. Absolutely. So I talked to Chuck the other day, and he told me this cool story. And Kirk, you got to hear this story about how it all just happened so quickly and so great. Guys, first of all, thank you for your service on the job and serving and protecting. That's important to us here at Live Vagina. We do support the blue. So we want to say thank you for that. And without further ado, I don't know, you guys don't know me that well, but I don't ever shut up. But I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let you guys tell us the story. First off, just how, why, and when. Go ahead.
So, I'm going to go with the story that I told you because I don't know it's the same as Paul's. We modify stories as we go. But no, it's the idea of doing the cigar shop together came from working together for 20 years at the Naugatuck Police Department. And we used to, we always found ourselves, especially very early on, working on the same shift, working together for years. And we used to go on calls, and we both loved smoking cigars. And we'd go on a call where somebody's just being difficult or somebody's just being an asshole and just giving a hard time no matter what it is. And we used to jokingly for years say, we're just going to stop doing it. Why are we doing this? Let's just sell cigars. Nobody gives you a hard time. There's never anybody unhappy in a cigar lounge. If they are, we can throw them out. But everybody's always happy with a cigar. You never see an unhappy person smoking a cigar. We just joked around about that for years. So when Paul retired a couple of years before I did, we would continue to talk about it, but it was a little more serious. There were a couple times where I think we could have gotten a place and we didn't pull the trigger. And one day Paul was working right outside where we are on an extra duty job, and he saw the for rent sign come up, and he went right in and he rented it. He just said, he called me up. He said, listen, I pulled the trigger. I did it. I'm opening a cigar shop. If you're in, you're in. If not, I'm doing it by myself. So here we are.
That's a bold move, sir. Bold move.
Yeah, when I do something, I'm like an impulse buyer, I guess. If I go buy a truck, like when I went and bought my truck when I retired, I bought the truck. I mean, I didn't even have to drive it. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just take that. Well, you want to drive it? Nah. And I don't haggle, or I'm just point right to the point, and that's what I did. I just saw it, and I thought it would be awesome, and I even videoed as I'm walking around, and I sent him the video. I'm like, this would be awesome. I says, I'm doing it. You don't want to do it? Fine. If not, yeah, it's okay. We're still friends, but I want to do it. And I didn't even tell my wife.
Well,
I was just
what did you learn?
It worked out well with the two of us, but we're looking for a divorce lawyer. So if anybody knows one, that we can get, because our wives are they're both sweethearts and stick behind our moves, whether they're good or bad, or mostly bad, but most they stick behind us, so that's good. Yeah, when I went home and I told her, she was a little apprehensive, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And now she came in 100%. Both of our wives, Beth and Chris, and did a lot of the decorating in here. I mean, we can't decorate, obviously. We don't have any taste.
So, I mean, everybody loves the decorations, the pictures. We have pictures of celebrities smoking cigars, of everybody from Homer Simpson to James Gandolfini to Kate Moss, you know, everybody. You can see behind us. We got Danny DeVito. We got everybody, you know. So that was a good vibe that we got in, and people love it. Once we get them in here in the lounge, they're hooked.
Well, I think being the wives of police officers for all those years, I'm sure being the wives of cigar shop owners is a little less stressful.
True.
You would think, yeah. I don't know.
Well, the cigars are only going to slowly kill you.
Right.
Joking. So the quick question is, how's it going?
It's going very good. We actually just a couple weeks ago tomorrow, we did the ribbon cutting. You know, we didn't even have that until just 2 weeks ago. That went very well. We had Litchfield Distillery in here. We doing a bourbon tasting. We had a wine tasting. We had food we tried to incorporate this little plaza that we're in, and we have Doracos next door. So we tried to incorporate them and Hopper Pizza, and also down the street is Jesse Camille's, and the owner Larry's a good friend of ours. So we had food from all of them too. So it was very, very well received, and we got customers now because of that. People come in, oh, I came to your ribbon cutting. It was awesome. So they come back.
Yeah, the biggest thing I hear all the time is, and from all the guys that I know that go there, is it's a cigar lounge, and you can go get your cigars there, but it's more than that. They said it's a comfortable, homey place, and the word somebody gave me today was that place is Cadillac, which in the Valley means it's top notch. So
that's awesome.
just going there, sitting down, and being able to relax, and it's not overbearing. And I think a lot of times people think, you know, it's a cigar lounge, the smokiness. We talked about this, Chuck. Top notch, first rate air filtration system. The lounge is like a first class. Forget the cigars. People just want to come here, hang out, and pour their bourbon. And I know there's a way with that because you guys don't have a liquor license because of tobacco. But explain to the people, you know, what they can do and what they got to do.
So the way we have to do it, because the state of Connecticut, you have to pick your poison. You're either going to be alcohol or tobacco, I guess, is the way they look at it. We chose tobacco. So when you come in, you can bring your own bottle. You can bring your own whatever you choose to do. Kind of like an uncorking fee when you bring your own wine to a restaurant. We charge a glass fee or a pour fee. So if you come in with a bottle of wine, we charge, the flat fee is $5 for a pour. So you would give us the bottle, we pour it for you, and then we charge you $5. But that caps out at 4 pours. So the most you would spend is $20. So it's a little unorthodox to people that are not used to a pour fee or an uncorking fee. But it's a way that we can have people come in, be able to sit, be able to drink, but also, you know, they're still in our place of business. So we have to also monitor what people are drinking. You don't want somebody to come in here and get completely plastered. That's a way for us to be able to watch what's going on. And it's worked out well. It's not something that honestly, it's not something, and I don't know if we should even divulge our secret with this, but honestly, it's not something that we regularly charge up on our register. A lot of times we have a lot of tip jars around, and cigar smokers are a breed that, you know, they come in here for the whole exposure to smoking and the environment and everything else. It's not about how much money. They're not going to nickel dime you. Although we do have a couple that'll nickel dime us, but outside of that, most of them come in and they just want the experience. They want to sit and they tip very well for the most part. Luckily, we found out that a lot of cigar smokers are not afraid to tip. So it's good, and it's not even something that we really need to police. They just tip very well. So,
well, if you want to give me the names and the addresses of the guys that are nickel and diming, you just let me know.
But I think you got one of them was a missing person.
No, we can't mention names.
Yeah, we don't want to mention Ken Stone's name at all. So.
Well, listen,
I
heard
Ken, because I know he's probably sitting now. He's like, what? hell, I gave them $1 the other day.
Well, you guys are on a job. You know the fire department. Get the jaws of life. Help him get his wallet out of his back pocket. Jeez, Stoner. He's coming up there with his Yingling. He wants a nice little cigar going with it. One of the other, the best compliments I got was, you guys aren't just accommodating. You're happy that people are there. People are really comfortable at your place. They don't want to leave. They want to sit. They want to hang out. The TVs are nice. I saw the pictures in the chairs. I come up there. I don't know I'm going to leave. It just looks really comfortable up there.
When I started doing it, before Chuck had joined in, I wanted leather chairs and I wanted to make it comfortable. So I got all leather furniture that I could. Some of this stuff is from my basement, my man cave, at home. Because I wanted it to be like your man cave where you can go and smoke cigars instead of going out there. I would sit in my patio with 3 coats on and a hoodie. I mean, it's just not fun trying to smoke a cigar in the middle of winter. So I wanted people to come in here. I wanted them to be comfortable. So that's how we went with that. And when Brian came in, Chuck, I'm sorry, his name's Brian, but we call him Chuck.
It's a whole other story.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
That'll be another show.
When I got started,
names too, but
when I got started on this whole thing, I'm like, wait, so there's 3 of them?
Exactly. Well, he has 2 personalities sometimes.
Yeah.
So
it works good with bill collectors too. Tell them to talk to Brian.
But so when he came in, he had some great ideas as well, and a lot of stuff we want to do. And he found every time he sends me at least 2 or 3 things from Facebook Marketplace a week, and I'm like, we're not that big. Where are we going to put it? But he keeps sending me stuff all the time. Hey, I found this, I found that, and that's how we found a couple humidors. My wife found 2 of our stand-ups on Facebook Marketplace, and we ended up getting those. We had bought brand new ones.
Nice.
So it was good. And I just want to hit on before you were talking about the filtration system. We were worried because of the food next door. I didn't want to have any issues. You know, they're awesome next door. The Rocco's and Hot Brook Pizza, they're awesome. But we didn't want to have that issue. So I went overboard with the smoke heater. Then we found an exhaust fan that we didn't know we had. From Marty's Corner.
Can I tell that story?
So we got that exhaust fan. I put another one in, and I have an air purifier just because I don't want that issue. And if you're in here, John, I want to be able to see when I talk to you.
Well,
you go to
maybe
cigar
not.
lounges, you can't even see. You know, I didn't want that. And we've had 15, 20 people in here when we do our cigar breakfast, the beginning of the first Sunday of every month. They're in here smoking. Everybody's in here smoking. It's not overwhelming. It's not like, oh my God, I can't see. You're going to smell like cigars. It's a cigar lounge, but you're not going to. It's not overbearing where you're dying and you got to go outside to breathe.
No,
I wanted people to be comfortable.
The one thing I noticed with your grand opening video, first of all, whoever the gentleman was playing the piano with the cigar and a smile on his face, he looked like he was living his best life that day.
That's my brother.
It's another camera.
Let me tell you,
I taught him everything he knows on the piano,
which is nothing.
But
my brother's very talented. He can play every instrument. The only thing I could play is the radio. So.
Nice. The police radio.
Yeah, exactly.
But the one thing I did notice in the video, though, you're right. The people, because there was people in the back by it looked like a little bar or something. There was no smoke. It was just clear air. And I think that's big. You know, if a guy wants to go smoke a cigar, maybe his wife doesn't want to go with him or girlfriend or vice versa. Because I know women who smoke cigars.
Yeah, they do.
You don't have to worry about that. You know, it's come over, have a beer or a bottle of, or a bottle. Don't drink the whole bottle of scotch, but have a little scotch or have a little bourbon or something. And I wanted to get that across tonight because a lot of people say, oh well, it's going to be smoky, and I don't want to. Husbands and wives, go watch the Celtics game. Go sit down and enjoy yourselves. It's
our wives come in all the time. They work here when we can't because we, like you said before, we are still on the job. We're supernumeraries in Naugatuck. We do the construction because there's so many jobs that they asked for us to come back as long as we're certified. So we do that. So we're busy, and if we're going to be working late, they'll come in and they'll help and they'll work here. So they don't mind it because, like I said, the filtration system we got, it's just really good, and it's comfortable here for them as well.
Yeah.
So they come in here and work a little bit.
It looks beautiful, and I apologize. I was going to stop up this weekend, but my weekend got away from me. But I promise I'll be there at some point this week
No worries.
to check it out. I'm
We
not
got
a-
our breakfast Sunday if you want to come.
Well, I was going to bring up a couple of the events you guys have. I was reading about the cigar breakfast. Let's talk about that. Tell us what are we doing there?
Well, the cigar breakfast is something that it's a couple of events that we wanted to try and have on a regular basis. We started with the cigar breakfast. The Rocco's next door is just unbelievable. It's, if people have not been there, they need to get there because it's not just an egg sandwich. There's something that Frank is able to do with those. I don't know that I want to ask Frank what he does with them, but Frank just does an unbelievable job. Those sandwiches, people come from all over. Before we opened this shop, I live in Wolcott, and we would come down on Sundays just to get the breakfast sandwich. So, bypass all the other. So the Ami's bagels and everything else are just incredible. So we wanted to incorporate that. And Hot Brook Pizza on the other end of the building, we wanted to incorporate something with them. So the Sunday breakfast is 9 o'clock in the morning till 12. We're open 9 to 1 during the spring and the summer on Sundays. But we wanted to have that incorporated with the cigar dinner. So $25, you get a premium cigar, you get a sandwich, coffee, orange juice, obviously any alcohol that you want to get. We have half price pour fees, desserts. You name it. It's a full spread. So for $25, it's a really good deal.
I guess so. And I have had those bagels next door to you. And,
yeah, they're incredible.
You go in like a tough guy. They taste so good, like you're gonna have more than one, but you can't because they just put so much stuff on it. They should have one of those things where if you can eat 5 bagels an hour, we'll put your picture on the wall and give you a T-shirt.
Somebody can eat 5 of those bagels.
Yeah,
I hand it to them.
It's good on a Sunday if you come to the breakfast because then you can go home and take a nap.
Right. Perfect.
Sunday, it's a day of rest, so why not?
Listen, you had me at nap. Before we get too far, do we get to hear the fan story? Is it a good story?
Yeah, the fan story is a good story. So when we got this space, this used to be, I don't know, what would you call it? A 5 and dime is, Marty's Corner. Everybody from the area knows Marty's Corner and what it was. So there was what we thought, there's central air here, and there's a little, what looks like a return. We don't know. We're 2 idiot cops. What the hell do we know? And there's one set of switches on the wall. So we've got the whole bank of lights and 2 switches. So every day we'd come in, we'd flip the lights on, the lights would go on, they'd work, we flip the switch off, the 2 switches off. So one day we're sitting in here, Paul's right before we opened up, we're still getting everything ready, and we hear this racket of a noise. So the 2 cops try to pinpoint it, we pinpoint it to this air duct return. And this is going on, but we're not positive if the noise, we don't think the noise is coming from the actual return. We think it might be at the Rocco's next door at their place. So now we're getting nervous because we're like, listen, that's not going to work. If these are tied in together and that smoke is that's going to be a disaster. So in walks a good friend
of mine, Tony, walks in. Now we've listening to this godforsaken noise for 5 hours.
Sweating it the whole time.
Yeah. He walks in and he goes, "What the hell is that noise?" I go, "I don't know. I think it's this return." He goes, "It's not a return. It's an exhaust fan." I go, "What?" He goes, "How do you turn it on?" I go, "I don't know."
We're like, listen, Tony, we're not idiots. There's only 2 switches on the wall. Every day we come in, we turn the switches on and off. Like, we're positive. There's no way to control this. He walks over to the switch on the right and he flips it down and it stops. He's like, "Yeah, idiots. That's a return." So our thing is, listen, if you can't put handcuffs on it, we really don't know what we're doing. Although we're getting better with the cigars, so at least that part.
It must have been here, put in, and it just because this was empty for like 8 years.
We found out when
the guy put it
the
in.
nephew of Marty's car came in and told us that he's the one who he goes, "Is the fan still there?" I put that in. Well, where were you 3 months ago?
Jeez.
So it must have froze, and it took a while
to just free up,
to work itself free. So when it worked itself free, we found out we had another exhaust fan, which made it even better.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's located perfectly. We were actually going to have to install something towards the front to circulate the air back, and it was meant to be.
We didn't have to do that.
I guess that begs the question: how'd you guys do on a detective test?
Paul did really well.
I retired as a detective.
Hey,
so
I was told it's okay to break balls.
Absolutely.
So bourbon, right? Everybody says the bourbon. What are you gentlemen drinking when you're smoking a cigar? When you're drinking?
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm not a bourbon drinker. So I'll drink an IPA or water, or I will drink bourbon, but I'm in no way, shape, or form. I just recently started drinking it just because it's here,
Right.
And I started trying it.
But your go-to is an IPA.
Yeah, I'm an IPA guy. Yeah, I'm a beer snob.
I'm a beer drinker as well. I don't like the IPAs. I'm a Bud guy, Bud heavy guy. Always have been.
Yeah.
I'll drink some Yinglings. You know, me and Stoner will.
Yeah, how much does Stoner charge you for his poor fee?
Employee of the month. He helped me out once or twice when I had to go for my granddaughter's basketball game. So we made him employee of the month. He's the only employee, but chewing. But I like Angel's Envy. I like Basil Hayden. I like the Litchfield distilleries.
I will say the Litchfield
yeah,
distillery stuff. Good. I mean, I'm not a bourbon drinker, but that stuff is amazing. So
I never had it. I'll have to try it out.
Yeah, we have a bunch here that they left after the tasting, and people were raving about it.
I'm an old school Valley boy. Give me Miller Lite and John Jameson, and I'm done. I'm good.
Right. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll venture out and have a Miller High Life.
Yeah, plenty of that. You know,
a lot of guys like the Tullamore Dew. You know, some Irish guys that come in. Yeah.
So for I love Tullamore Dew. Oh my God, I got a good Tullamore Dew story, and let me tell you something. It doesn't end well. Matter of fact, it might have been one of you guys on the job. No, but pretend we're just talking to cigar smokers now. Tell them what you got in your humidor. Tell them what if they're looking for this, they can find it there. Tell the cigar smokers what they can find when they walk through your doors.
First off, for the cigar smokers, the first thing they understand here is, if you go into some cigar places, they're going to have a walk-in. They're going to have probably more cigars, and a lot of cigar smokers know exactly what they want, or at least the type of what they want, and it's not overwhelming. But for people that maybe are not used to that, it becomes very overwhelming to walk into a humidor and be able to decide what it is that you're going to get. Cigars can get pretty expensive, and you don't want to waste that decision. Us here, we kicked around the idea of getting a walk-in. We actually had ordered one, but we decided that the stand-ups, at least for now, the stand-ups work out better for us. And the other thing it forces us to do is have to kind of pick our poison with that. So we try to get the best things we can. I am constantly scanning social media, different things to see what people are smoking everywhere. And those are the things that we try and get. We're both just getting an education in this over the last few months, and we're getting better. But we have all the staples here, all the really good stuff. And we get cigar smokers coming in, people new trying this. They'll suggest to us, and we welcome that. We want to know, like, what's good here may be different than what's good in the next town over, or a few towns down the road. We got to cater to our customers, and that's exactly what we've tended to do. But we've got pretty much anything that you can think of that's a premium cigar. We have at least a couple varieties of those.
We, there's always that one person who comes in and, hey, do you got this? And I'm like, you're the only person that asked so far for it, but if you're going to be a regular, I'll get it for you.
Right.
And I'll put it in there. But we have everything, like you said, we got Padron, we got Alec Bradley, we got the Olivias, we got the Ashton BSGs, Perdomos. The big seller that we can't keep in here is the Deadwood product,
The Fat
Bottom Betties. They love it because it's got on the wrapper, it's sweet. But it doesn't smoke sweet. It's just the wrapper. It's just a sweet. And if you're a new smoker, it looks heavy, but it's not at all. And I recommend, I'm like, this is what everybody's buying. And when they come in, they get hooked on them. So we can't keep it on the shelves. Fat Bottom Betties. They just keep going constantly. We get everything.
Yeah, Olivia's, an entire collection of those. We got Ashtons, we got Perdomo, Partagas, Acids, which are really popular. Those are mostly flavored cigars. Fuente, it's, you name it. I mean, we've got a little bit of everything in our unit. We've got 4 big stand-ups, and they're loaded down. And the other thing that what sets us apart from the gas station or even the tobacco shop, the head shop or a place like that where you're going to go in, we're only cigars. That's it. Cigars and cigar accessories. And believe me when I tell you, those humidors, those are our babies. Those things are constantly monitored. So you are not going to go in here, pull a cigar and have a dry cigar or a bad cigar. These things are kept meticulously and constantly monitored. Because that's it. That's our entire business here. With the fact that I think we do have probably I don't want to say the best lounge, although I'm going to say I think it's the best lounge, but it's a true cigar lounge. And I don't think there's anything like that in the area that's a true cigar lounge. And I think that's what really sets us apart.
Well, I think if you read what people say on Facebook and the other things that you hear around, is you guys are set apart because you are different than everybody else. And it's more of a homey feeling. It's like going to your buddy's house, hanging out, chilling, having a cigar, and everybody's friendly and everybody's having a good time. And if you want to throw the ball game on, the ball game's on or whatever.
And that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I didn't want just on that point. This is not intimidating to come in here. That's another, to us, that's one of the biggest compliments is that our retail area is to the front, the lounge is to the back. So when you walk in, you could go right to the cigar selection. And if that's all you want to do is come in and buy a cigar, then you're not intimidated. There's some places, a lot of places. I've been a cigar smoker for 30 years. They're intimidated. Here I am, the big cop and everything else. You get intimidated when you walk into some of these places and you got to go through because they're like a little clique, and that's the way cigar places are. I think some of the best compliments we've had here is that people just feel so at home. They walk in and they're very comfortable right when they walk through the door.
Well, they said it was like just going to your buddy's house, sitting down, parking your ass in a chair, smoking a cigar, having a drink, and shooting the shit. And
and all the time we have people that'll be in here. We have a couple different seating sections in here, and I can't tell you how many times people are total strangers, and within a few minutes, everybody's talking, laughing, having conversations, and it really is a great environment to socialize.
I coached down at Peter J. Foley yesterday. It was our opening day, and I wish I got the guy's name, but I didn't. But a couple of the other coaches were saying, "Oh, you got the Bridge Cigar Shop guys on tomorrow night." And I said, "Yeah." And the guy said something. He's like, "Oh, I love that place. I've been there a couple times." And his comment was, "If you can't find a good cigar in that place, you're not looking." So that's a pretty good compliment.
Very good cigar.
I wish I got his name, but I didn't. So, sir, if you're watching, go get a cigar. I'll pay 5%. You pay the rest. So, we're gonna wrap up shortly. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but to the new people finding out about you tonight, to the new people that are going to hear, starting tomorrow, we're going to put you on all kinds of podcasting platforms. So it's going to go out. They're not going to see your pretty faces there, but they will hear what you're saying. If you could, give them a 30 to 40 second commercial, each of you get, because you're both probably going to have different answers. What do you want them to know about your place and to draw them in? What is it you'd like them to know? What they can expect, whatever it is you want to say.
Well, one thing I wanted to touch on was that the name Bridge Cigar is from my grandfather owned a cigar shop way back in the day down in Derby, and it was called Bridge Smoke Shop. So he always walked around with a cigar in his mouth. So that's why our logo at the bottom, it says selling cigars like my grandfather, because I did it, in his honor. So we're family oriented here. We're friendly, we're friend oriented. We have all our friends come in, and everybody, you come in, you're a friend to us. We're going to treat you with respect. We're going to give you the best service that we can. If we don't have it, we'll get it for you. Absolutely. But we go out of our way to make it comfortable for you and to make sure that you're going to enjoy it and you're going to want to come back. Everybody says, once I go in your lounge, I'm hooked. And that's what we believe. Once you come in our lounge,
yeah, we really don't have to sell it once you come in here. Once you come in, you're gonna love it. If you're a cigar smoker, you're gonna love it the minute you walk in here. And this is exactly what you would be. If you're a cigar smoker, you want a cigar lounge, we've created exactly what it is you're looking for. Size-wise, I think it's a good size for us. I mean, keep in mind, we wanted a good location, and I think we have that. We're not in a downtown area, but we're kind of up in this little nook area of Quinn Street, and it's nice because you could park, come in here and relax. And that's a great feature for us.
Well, again, that's everything we hear about. Is it makes sense that you're in a residential area because people feel at home when they're at your place. So that makes perfect sense. And I'm afraid to go up there because I'm telling you right now, I park my lazy ass on one of them comfortable chairs. You're going to be flicking the lights telling me it's time to go home. I'm telling you right now.
People say that it's so comfortable they can almost fall asleep there.
Well, I got 7 Miller Lite says challenge accepted.
Just 7?
Well, listen, I got to get home.
Listen,
I'll roll down the hill.
I was listening to you before, and your wife does make the best mashed potatoes right here.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
That is a challenge.
Challenge accepted. Listen, I will tell you when I'm coming up there. I want mashed taters.
mashed taters.
Absolutely.
You don't know me. You don't,
So,
I'm a mashed potato snob. Just so you know.
me too.
I don't want none of those Idaho Spud mixy guys going on there. I want,
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So,
no-
John, listen, the last thing, I know you got to wrap it up. If anybody's listening, like, go on our website. It's bridgecigar.net. There's a couple videos that are posted on there where we talk about the place. We walk through it. You get a good look at it. There's some pictures on there. And then we also have an online store. One thing that we have some great suppliers that we work with, and we have very competitive prices for the guys that go on and buy them online. Check our prices out because we are very comparable with online. The only caveat there for us is going to be that we can't direct ship. Another little rule that the state of Connecticut has. So they got to be dropped to the store. So if somebody is not at their door, but rather having to come here, which is kind of good because then you got a place to smoke them when they come in. We can keep up with all the online places because our prices are that competitive on boxes.
That's awesome. Before we let you go, Kirk and I put together our top 5 list. Not 5 of our most famous TV movie cigar smokers. We want you guys to confirm we had good choices. Is that all right? Oh, they're frozen.
Oh,
there they are.
Okay, they're back.
Is that all right? I'll give you my 5 first because I think my 5 are the best. As soon as I find that page. Oh, it's over
I
there.
have mine ready.
Tony Soprano, obviously, right? I mean, Tony Soprano.
On the wall.
I picked Archie Bunker. You ready for this one?
Oh, I thought
Boss Hog,
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Tony Montana, because how do you not have Tony Montana? And Hannibal Smith of the A-Team,
Oh, Hannibal's a good one.
right? How do you not have Hannibal Smith from the A-Team? Right? All good choices. Now, Kirk's going to give you his choices, but when we're done, make sure you tell me mine were better. Because the show's live with Johnny, not live with Kirk.
Okay, first one
Hold on, I think we're oh, they're back.
They're back.
You say it is like
Say that one more time. We're getting frozen. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But,
Oh.
oh, boy.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There he is.
All right, what was that last comment? Nope, they're frozen again. Damn it, technology.
it is.
There it is.
I said it is live with Johnny, not live with Kirk.
Yeah.
Oh!
Go ahead, Kirk. Give us your 5.
All right, so at the top I had Ron Perlman and Hellboy.
Oh.
Great cigar
On
smoker.
the wall. On the wall.
Yeah.
There we go. And I had Clint Eastwood and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Oh, I forgot.
He
I
smoked the
forget
thin
Clint
one. Yeah, really good. Then I had
His print is ordered to go on the wall.
there you go, see? And then I had Tom Hardy playing Al Capone in Capone.
That's not good.
And then, of course, Tony Soprano and Al Pacino in Scarface.
Yeah, of course.
They were all that one before. That was a little weak. The last one was a little weak, but
It is live with Johnny.
Well, the one I definitely forgot about, and I grew up watching his movies with my grandparents, George Burns, right behind you guys. I mean,
Yeah,
who's
George
more famous
Burns.
with his
Yep.
cigar in his mouth than George Burns? Gentlemen.
We have a picture of Paul when he was in kindergarten.
Holy shit.
Start him young.
Start him young.
Start him young. Gentlemen.
I'm going to tell you guys who you didn't mention is Peter Griffin. Nobody mentioned
Peter Griffin. Good one. Yep.
Renowned cigar smoker.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
That's
Oh,
a good
well,
one.
I talk about him often on the show, and he's a nonstop cigar smoker. He's a national treasure. Kid Rock.
Oh,
Kid Rock's
Jesus
always smoking
Christ.
cigars.
Boo.
So if I can get a picture of Kid Rock smoking a cigar, will you guys put it up at the shop?
We will give a
Absolutely,
free
absolutely.
cigar. Listen, this is important. We will give a free cigar of their choice to a person who can get us a picture of Jackie Gleason smoking a cigar, not a cigarette. And he was a cigar smoker.
Jackie Gleason, you heard it here,
Smoking a
folks.
cigar.
I'm gonna
Cannot
spend
find one.
I'm gonna
I'll find
spend
one
my
right
entire evening doing that, and then I'm gonna smoke it right in front of Ken Stone.
Not the one that he's with Tom Hanks. It's a movie and he's smoking.
Yeah,
Not
that one doesn't
Because
that
Tom
was-
Hanks is
I
in
need
it
him in. I need him in his prime.
by himself.
Okay,
That's a
that's
good
an interesting
challenge.
one.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, first of all, thank you very much for making the time to come on here tonight. I wish you guys nothing but the greatest of success. You're doing a great thing up there. Excuse me, you're a good thing for the town of Naugatuck. You're a good thing for the neighborhood you're in. They're frozen again. Hopefully they can hear me.
They can hear you.
But you know, I hear nothing but great things, and I really wish both of you nothing but the greatest of success in this business. And keep up the good work.
We appreciate you having us on. And
Yeah, thank you.
and
sir.
anybody, please, if you're a cigar smoker, come check us out. If you're not a cigar smoker, give us the opportunity.
Yeah, listen, if you're not a cigar smoker, you know somebody who is. Gift certificates, birthdays, Christmases, Kwanzaa,
Right.
whatever you got going on, get over there. And more importantly, you know, single ladies and single men, what better way to meet than at the Bridge Cigar Shop, right? At a breakfast. Can't,
Oh.
right? You go to breakfast alone, you go to next day, you're eating breakfast together.
Yeah, let's just say right off, we're taking.
These two handsome guys are
Yeah.
taken. So
Well, it depends on how good your mashed potatoes are. I might have to steal you away.
That's true.
you might fall in love with me, Johnny.
Listen, I've been looking into your eyes all night. What do you think's happening over here? Jeez Louise, what do I got to keep looking away? You two handsome gentlemen have the great rest of your evening, and thank you very much for coming on tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck, gentlemen. Thank you.
Okay.
That was a great interview. Those are good guys, man.
Really good guys.
When I first interviewed with Chuck, the pre-interview, I guess you would call it, he's like, "Don't be afraid to break stones. Don't be afraid of it." And you know, I'm glad we did. It was.
They were right on our level,
I
dude.
almost listen.
They were.
From what I hear,
Yeah.
they're not just
Yeah.
not on. They are on our level.
They would be good sitting right here.
They're
too.
good dudes to get to know better because who doesn't love breaking balls? Listen, if I can a couple Miller Lights and breaking balls, these are a few of my favorite things. But they just seem to be two of the nicest guys. And I really do wish them nothing but the best. And they're, like I said, everybody I talk to over there just absolutely loves that place. So we'll help them get the word out, and we'll do that. I can't believe I forgot Clint Eastwood. How do you forget
The thin
Clint
cigar,
Eastwood,
dude. That
man?
fucking beard he had. That is. I mean, when I was like 8 years old, that was cigar. That's why I wanted to smoke a cigar, man.
It's part of what made him such a badass too.
Yep, hanging
guess
out of the
you-
corner
I
there.
was gonna say John Wayne, and because I've seen a bunch of John Wayne movies, but he was never like all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it didn't like define him.
George Burns. Remember that movie he was in, and with
George
John
Burns
Denver
was funny.
and I forget. Hear no evil, see no evil, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Every scene cigar like that. George Burns never
Yeah.
didn't have a cigar in there. And I'm gonna be. Are you gonna be up all night looking for Jackie Gleason pictures?
Yes. I'm going on the dark web.
Yeah, that's such a great time. And one thing I did forget to mention while the boys were on, our PMC Breakout Bash, I guess it's to start off summer. They're doing that. You can see that on the Bridge Cigar Shop. And they have a band playing there called Double Hung.
Oh, really?
And their guitar player, Tommy Saldamarco. The most ridiculous.
Shred?
Dude,
Shredder?
he's out of his.
Yeah, we pinned their URL in the comments. So go click on that.
He's out of control.
Get him in here.
I could have talked to those dudes for hours. Those are dudes
Pretty good dudes.
that you're
Yeah.
probably just going to sit and talk to forever.
Yep.
And they seem very laid back. Like, dude, cop for 20, 25, 30 years, you figured they'd be a little,
No.
but they're completely
Totally
laid back.
chill, dude.
Completely laid
Yep.
back. And they were good officers while they were at it. So thank you to them. And I would just like to point out to people, we're on episode what?
24.
And Kid Rock has been mentioned in all 24. So
Keep
the streak is
going.
alive.
The streak is going.
The streak is alive. All right, what time we got there, Kirk? We got 8:20. What would you like to do next?
I don't know. What would you like to do?
Do we have an explain yourself, or we'll wait till next week?
Wait till next
We'll
week.
wait till next week. You
We
want to
have
hit?
some news stories.
Do we have a
the
couple of
Nash-
interesting news stories you want to show me that we can
We
make fun of
do.
and comment on?
Let's see.
I don't know
here.
why my voice just got so high while I was talking.
I don't know. Which one of these you want? There's a couple here. Look. Which one you want? Couple of good ones.
Hit that one right there.
This one?
We just talked to the police. Let's talk about this one. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Go back up so I could. I want to read that real quick.
Hold on. Let me get the graphic up.
That is
There we go.
amaze balls. 500 pounds of weed spill out on the highway. That's from a car accident. And it happened on 420?
It did. And
It happened on
it's
420.
500 pounds. That's a lot of weed.
You know how much weed that is, dude?
I mean, the
Sponsor
most
for
I've
a
ever...
three-car crash Wednesday. No one was seriously injured, and the only passenger we can clearly identify is Mary Jane. That's clever writing, sir.
TMZ.
That's it. That's
gotta be
clever. Right?
TMZ.
But go down to that. You know how much weed that is?
I mean, the most I've ever had is a quarter pound. So it's...
Do you think they got it all, or do you think some
1,000
some dude was driving by and was like, yoink? Could you imagine?
Look at the size of the fucking stack.
Dude, that's amazing.
Is it legal in Missouri? I don't know what the status is there.
It's Missouri, dude. I think you can marry your cousin and shit.
You think so?
Or no, wait, that's not. I'm thinking Mississippi. I don't know. That's bonkers talk. All right, give me the other one. Give me
Well-
the tequila one.
This one?
Yeah. Jesus. Kindergartner took Jose Cuervo adult lemonade to school. How did? What grade is he in? Go up again.
Kindergarten.
Scroll up. Kindergarten.
It says a Michigan.
How does a kindergartner get ready for school?
So he bought it like in a mixed water bottle.
Oh, he poured it into a water bottle.
Yes.
What kindergartner is pouring
Plastic
his own
bottle.
water bottle?
And shared it with his class. And they were fucking wasted.
They were wasted. Little Jimmy was quoted.
love it.
Little Jimmy was quoted as saying, "I love this place.
Little guys,
You're my best friend, right?
let's start a band.
Yeah. You know what we should do? You know what we should do? We should just get on our bikes and ride.
Just ride. We're
Let's
just gonna go.
let's just ride, man.
We're
Do
gonna
you
go.
want to dance? I just feel like dancing. Holy moly. You put your right leg in, you shake it all about. Oh my God. ABC. Hey, they're learning how to say their ABCs drunk. So when they get pulled over when they're 20, ABCD. That's amazing.
It's fucking ridiculous.
That's amazing. I mean, listen, in his defense, he doesn't know how to read. He doesn't know that it says Jose Cuervo on there.
No.
He just sees something cool.
His parents should buy better tequila too. That's fucking yeesh.
What's the best tequila out there these days?
Patron. I like the silver, but the reposados. The reposados
I was
are darker
thinking,
one.
I just looked at myself and I was going, I like a tequila. You don't drink Sammy Hagar stuff?
Oh no, Cabo Wabo.
I never.
No thanks.
know.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but
The Patron Cafe, the coffee one?
it
Good shit, dude.
dude, I saw. Wait, no. I went to a stag with a dude once that bought a small bottle of that to the stag, and he drank the whole thing, and I thought this dude was gonna die because it's got the caffeine.
caffeine.
Holy fuck! I thought he was gonna die, dude. That's not a good. I don't like the Red Bull with vodka. That's not good.
I was
dude.
slugging them down one night, and then next thing I know, like my heart was palpitating. I'm like, what? Oh shit! There's caffeine in there. That's right.
I don't need those two things at once.
Yeah, no.
It's one or the other. I either need the caffeine or no.
No. So, to wrap this thing up in a tight little bow, or do we got another one, or you want to save it?
No. Do you want to do the this guy?
Oh, we have a national treasure this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Give him a little explanation.
The one thing I would like to say to people,
I love this. Dude.
I can stand a lot of things. Listen, I think we can all agree on one thing, and there's not even a conversation to be had. Pedophiles are the worst thing you could be.
Worst.
Right? We're not going to get into the conversation, but the pedophiles are the worst. So we're going to take them out of the equation. To me, the next best thing, not the best, but the next worst thing you could be is a fucking thief. And I don't mean somebody who's got to steal a Slim Jim as a kid or somebody who took a pair of sneakers for their kid. That's not what I mean. I mean the people, listen, I don't want to judge nobody, but I'm going to judge these next people. The people who like creep into your house while you're sleeping at night or while you're at work and take all the shit you've worked so hard for because they're sad about stuff and they just want to smoke crack and they want to get the money the easy way. And they're going to take all the shit you got the hard way so they can have it the easy way. These are the people I don't like. Fuck these people. This sheriff in Florida, what's his name? I need a name. Sheriff Bob Johnson.
Johnson.
It don't get any wider than that, Bob Johnson.
He looks like a Bob Johnson.
He looks like a Bob Johnson. That's Sheriff Bob Johnson.
Look at him.
Sheriff Bob Johnson is quoted as saying, if someone breaks into your house, you are more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. He says, we prefer that you do. I mean, he said, come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday. If you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save taxpayers money.
That takes some balls, dude.
Sheriff Bob Johnson, you are this week's National Treasure. I don't know for what reason just yet, but, sir, you're doing just some fine work over there. So welcome to the Live with Johnny National Treasure Club, Sheriff Bob Johnson. Listen, man.
That's amazing. Dude.
If you're in a house, let's pretend your kids are still little, and they're sleeping in their bedrooms, you and your old lady are in a bedroom, and you're watching Matlock like you like to do, and there's a rustle, and there's some crackhead rummaging through your stuff, and he might have a knife, a bat, a gun, you don't know.
I'm going to shoot that
And he's right in front of your daughter, he's right in front of your daughter's bedroom. He's not there to touch nobody, but he wants to take, but you don't know it. Bang! Put him out by the garbage. Let the fucking town pick him up. I agree. Sheriff Bob Johnson, you are this week's Live with Johnny National Treasure. All right, let's wrap this thing up into a tight bow.
Tight bow. Here we go.
Paul, Chuck, the Bridge Cigar Shop. We are going to, later tonight and or tomorrow when everything else goes up, we're going to put all their information up again. The website, the Facebook page, everything that we can find, we're going to share with you. Again, if you're not a cigar smoker, don't sweat it. They're either going to make you one or they're going to make you feel comfortable while you hang out with some. So get up there. Go see these guys. They're small business, small town guys trying to do something good for the people in their small town. They deserve every ounce of support we can give them. So get up to the Bridge Cigar Shop. Can't thank those guys enough for coming on tonight and spending as much time with us as they did. Here I am telling the guy, hey, you want to come on for 10 or 15 minutes? But you know me. It never happens.
Fine, dude, when it's flowing.
So when it's flowing, it's flowing. So I can't thank those guys enough. We'll have them on again soon. And we got to get up there. I got to get up there. I literally, can I tell you something? I live a minute and a half away. Literally.
Shameful.
A minute and a half away.
And the place next door sounds good, too. Doracos?
It's,
the bagel place?
they have a.
They got those Amis bagels?
No. They make everything in-house. They have a bagel called the Ralph Macchio. Stupid. Dude, I got one
Your
time.
eyes got all glassy.
Well, Kirk, I don't know if you heard, but I didn't exactly have dinner tonight. There was a small explosion in the thing.
Your pupils dilated.
Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, God. I'm a jive turkey. See what I did there?
Jive turkey.
This one, they had crispy hash browns on it, too.
Oh, my God.
Stupid.
Stop it.
So we got to get up there. You got to get up there. I've been there. I live right there.
Get up there.
So everybody who's watching tonight, everybody that's going to listen in the coming days and coming weeks, especially if you're in the Valley, you're down there, Derby, Shelton, Ansonia, you guys have nothing like this. Get up to Naugatuck and come up and buy the cigars, come hang out. It's summertime, sit curbside, whatever you want to do. It's a beautiful neighborhood to hang out in. And you can get a beautiful bagel or a slice of pie right next door because those two places are phenomenal as well. So guys, thank you very much. Kirk, Michael, till next week. This week we'll have another clip. We'll have some throwback. We'll have another short clip, and the Room 113 stuff is going to go up because as we get closer to them, we want to continue to promote them.
What's the date on that again?
May 23rd.
May 23rd.
Monday, May 23rd. In studio, the two amazingly talented ladies of Room 113. So we're looking forward to that. I'm babbling, I'm rambling, and once that happens, ladies and gentlemen, that can only mean one thing. Bright Eyes, I'm coming home. Everybody reach out to somebody. I tell you guys every week, text somebody. Let them know. Just the 3 most important words in the English language are, how are you? Stop watching this show when it's over, but not until it's over. Stop watching it. Text somebody those 3 very important those 3 important words. Life can change in a fucking second. Make sure you make every minute count. Bright Eyes, once again, I am coming home. I love all of you. See you next week.